Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. We are belting on with the coffee campaign and it's now day 31. So we're going to get on with it. So let's go to overview, shall we, boys? If I should say it this time, my apologies, but I'm feeling really sick and dizzy today, so I'm probably not going to fly. I think I'm just going to spectate instead, but I'll still brief everyone full. I'll brief red and I'll brief blue, I think, just that's probably the best way. Okay, to the overview, it's day 31, and we're starting at 7:30 local, where we have tactical picture there, but we're going to go into that in some more detail in a minute. So, first of all, over to nav, please. The weather for today is clear skies and low winds, 5 to 7 knots, pretty negligible. Base of 10,000 of pretty much non-existent cloud, a little bit of fluffiness. Airfields, we've got a whole plethora of airfields now. We've got Guadada, Sukumi, Kobiledi, Batumi. At Guadada and Sukumi are the airframes that we've been using, minus the ones that we landed at Batumi on day 29. The ones that we landed at Batumi on day 29 are now available at Batumi. There's so many different runways and diversions there. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not going to bother reading them out, but they're all available to be used. Everything, all the holes have been filled in those runways. Overlord is AWACS as usual. It's not been shot down, and we're all good, boys. Next to intelligence, please. Okay, intelligence briefing. So Red 4 are continuing to withdraw tactically into their little enclave at the end of phase 1. All Red forces are now within about 15 miles of Kutaisi airfield. I'll go through that a little more in a minute. 2, Sanaki runway damaged and is out of action for one more future mission. So that's what we did last time with the JSOWs. Very good that was, if you've seen that. How many was it? 32 JSOWs, and how many got through?
26.
Not bad. OP, Matt Wagner?
26 out of 36, I think.
Not bad, not bad. Batumi is now secured. We really fought in blood for that, didn't we, on day 29, but we've got it, kind of. Kobileti runway 08 is open for business now. I've just chosen runway 08. If you guys want to change that for some reason, then do it. I've just picked it out of a hat. Notice to you gentlemen, today at Batumi we did not kill all the SAMs, if you remember. Shifty sneaked one around the back and that's still there. I've moved it slightly out so you can take off without any worries, but it's still there. And there's another one. In fact, just bear that in mind and I will go through it on this threat picture in a minute. Next, Batumi, Blue Planes on base has landed on day 29, so I just told you that. NOTAMs northeast of Kobileti. TFA are in need of support extraction. So what happened is, boys, TFA went out last night and in the middle of the night to find the area at which is a vulnerable set of oil and fuel storage plant. Okay, now this is the main fuel storage plant, or the last one I should say, for the Red 4 phase 1. If we can take it out, it's a massive drag to them because their nearest fuel supply is over 100 miles away. So it's a really good target to take to expedite moving them out of this area. Okay, so it'd be a lovely thing to do. Now TFA paid in blood for it. We've got 8-digit coordinates for both sets of silos, which is great, but TFA got in the shit and they couldn't make it back home. Instead, they held up in a village about a few miles south, and they need help from belly boppers, from helicopters to go in and take out the hostiles that are there. This is going to be infantry. This is all infantry fighting. They're surrounded by a company of infantry. We need to go in and take that. Anyway, we'll go through that in a bit more detail. That's a helicopter mission, ideally. So, targets. Lots of targets today, boys. Target Alpha is the runway at Kutaisi. You know, you made pretty short work of Sanaki. If you take Kutaisi out today, it knocks that out for 3 days, and at the same time Sanaki is out because it's already knocked out yesterday. Therefore, it pushes us into Coffee Phase 2, and the Red 4 will have to move back to Tbilisi, and those guys 150 miles to the east. So that's it's going to be your main target today, let's face it. The threats are cap fighters, AAA guided, non-guided, SAMs of both types. The runway, and the description is runway 08. Not quite sure where I wrote that. It is just the runway there. Bravo is the first of the fuel silos, and it is southwest of Sanaki. I've got 8-digit coordinates for you there in case we need to drop dray dams or whatever you guys decide to do. So of medium priority, it would be a very nice bonus. It's got the same threats. The targets are 4 times fuel silos in a line, very close to each other, as per. We'll look at some target imagery in a bit. The last few, and it is the last remaining fuel reserves of the Red 4 Phase 1. So if we can do that, it's going to help expedite. A carbon copy of the fuel silos a mile to the north, I think, is that one there. Up those coordinates we need taking out as well. Target Delta is Caesar, southwest of Sanaki. This is where TFA are currently fighting to their last man, and we need to go in and help them. We need to take out a company of infantry that's around there at those coordinates there. I'm not going to give you anything, any way of finding it other than those coordinates. So helicopter pilots have got to wise up and find out how they're going to find that. The priority is high. It has to be done. Same threats, and the threats are big because you are really working in low range of SA-11, same as the silos, as we'll see. 1 times Red Infantry Company, destroy the infantry company, transport CTLD the TFA back. CTLD, I didn't have time to do it, so just pretend, land for 30 seconds, and then take them back. Okay. And I've got some stuff to say to you guys about how not to get shot down in helicopters. India is always a tertiary kind of AWACS is always a target, but we've got so many targets, I don't think anyone's going to worry about red AWACS today. Let's move on to the threat picture and stand by. Let's have a quick sippy sip. Okay guys, so what's happened since day 29 is Red 4 have pulled back even further around Kutaisi to really maximise the covering of the SA-10, the SA-11, really keep everything, so everything's been covered by everything else. It makes it very difficult to kill things. SA-15s have abandoned Sanaki and all gone to Kutaisi because they feel Sanaki is a lost cause. So Kutaisi is now guarded by about 20 SA-15s, literally all of the SA-15s they could pull back. So that is a thing when planning today. I don't know how you're going to get through that. Suck it up. The 2 infantry, armoured companies of the Reds have pulled back a little bit more and are now entering engagements with the 2 blue armoured companies, which are split from Pincer, from the north and from the west, and the engagements are just starting in that. We're starting a new thing on the Coffee campaign where, as well as limited airframes, we now have limited ground forces. So if you take out a tank in one of those companies, red or blue, then that's that tank gone. It never comes back. So it's another kind of method of attrition that we can start. That's not really started properly till phase 2, but technically it's available today. Okay. They've got the SA-11, it's pretty much where it was. They have reinforced it with a couple of Guardians, but otherwise nothing's really changed. The 2 SA-6s have moved closer into Guardianship with the SA-10. The SA-10 is the same. Otherwise, that is static. Kutaisi stays the same. It's a big thorn. Kobiletti stays the same. That's a big thorn in Red 4's side, as we know. If we look at Batumi, the cheeky, shifty Strela down the south is in place there. I suggest you don't really have to, but I would seriously suggest destroying that tonight. Also, up Batumi, it doesn't cover the airbase, but just slightly north by 2 miles is that one at the harbour, along with 3 ZU-33s 23s that we didn't manage to rifle. Okay, the cruiser is in the same position as last time, giving us excellent air cover, making Batumi again pretty much invincible from any kind of attack that the Blues have got. If we look just north of the southwest of the SA-11, TFA are there. TFA are 5.5 miles from the SA-11, so very dangerous. Helicopters will have to go super low. The silos are even closer. They are 5 miles from the SA-11. There is coverage. If you remember yesterday in Armour, it's in a valley. There is some coverage if you're going in to get close and friendly with them, but you guys have to plan that out yourselves. Blue 4 SAMs, there was a Hawk SAM, but it is damaged as we know, and it may or may not operate. No one really has any proof whether it operates or not. And the Patriot is stayed back at Guadada because its job is to protect Guadada and Takumi. It's not to pressure the Reds. The Reds have the most of the SAM coverage in here generally. Okay, and hold. That's the threat picture. Expected aircraft types are still the same. The deficit of red to blue airframes is increasing for obvious reasons. You know, it's getting harder and harder for Reds to do these missions because they're running out of space. And I will talk to them about that in a briefing I'll do with the Reds in a bit. Blue Force, Triple X Corps, they're moving in. We've already talked about that. Infantry, 10 Eagles, 12 Hornets. Nothing else has really changed. AV-8Bs are getting a bit low. That's mostly my fault. Choppers are 19. That's plenty. That's that. Target images. whoever's taken out the silos today that are alongside a road, as we saw in Army yesterday. So you go and, if you want to see exactly where they are, you can go onto the map in the game. You can plot this coordinates, those 8-digit coordinates, and the relationship to the road would tell you their exact aspect, where they're running and stuff like that, and any surrounding infrastructure, etc. That's that. Okay, guys. Next, we need to separate it into teams. Still not sure whether I'm going to fly or not. We'll have to see. Maybe it'll be a helicopter. Sign up, everyone. Right, how many guys have we got? Let's do a guy, a man, a boy count, shall we? Check we are recording. And we are. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Really? 29? Coffee campaign? What the fuck? Jesus
Server
Christ.
crashes inbound.
No, JD server is invincible. Right, Jesus Christ. So
We can't use JD server today
you serious?
because he hasn't updated the server yet.
Cap, I updated mine just in case.
Well, you will need a dedicated server. We'll have to use JD's. We'll find a way of doing it, guys.
I can log into JD's and update it quickly.
It takes like 2 mics. Just go get that done, please. It's like 300 megabytes. Okay, guys. So we need to split teams. How many? Have we got any helicopters today? We have. So you don't really need me. How many red 4 do you want today, guys? Bearing in mind we've got 29 guys. So 29 minus 6 would be 23. 23 versus 6, or is that too many red 4? What do you guys think?
I think that's
good.
fine.
You have
Yeah, fine by me.
Considering Cap, you said that you're not flying, so it's technically 5.
I might not, guys. It depends. My stomach's just starting to come back as kind of the excitement's coming back. So we'll see. But to be honest, I don't think Red are going to put up much of a fight. I don't want to say anything. I think it'll probably be okay, guys. 6 will probably be okay if I do fly. And you just have to take my word for that. Okay.
Can we check if the people who've signed up as Red are here? I don't think King Gear is with us. I just noticed that for starters.
Yeah, King Gear's not here. Yeah, got called into.
I can jump into Red if you want, Cap, from helicopters.
No, stick with you for the time being, Harrison. I do actually need that Huey mission done from to tie in with TFA last night. So we'll go with 5 for the time being. And if is Shifty here?
Yep.
What are you doing? Which side are you going on?
Oh, there it is.
Well, I put myself in the Tomcat because we had 7 reds, but if you want another one,
honestly, I don't mind. Do what you want. I think probably the thing.
Shifty needs to fly blue.
Roger.
Yeah, he's been stuck on red for a while. He needs to be less confident.
He needs to come get back in the real
yes, fair play. Right, so that is that. Right, so I'm going to be, first of all, I'll be Blue 4 Cap for the Blue 4 briefing. Because I do need to, if nothing else, record it. Oh, hang on. They'll tell me their tactics, won't they?
I have a problem, Rex.
That's a problem.
I suppose, Blues, you really need to do your own briefing, don't you? Without me. Is someone available to record it so they can send it to me so I can put it in the video?
Yeah, I'll record it for you, Cap.
Right, it's Harrison. So record that. If you do it 1080 by, well, just any recording will be fine. And then if you can zip that up and send it to me as soon as we finish, so I've got it to start making the video. That would be great, guys. Red's going to try and make a man out of you. Let's go Zulu helicopters. Oh, I shouldn't really be saying this because my job is killing you. But so if you want to evade flankers and not get wiped out again, fly really low. But the thing is, fly a mile, then land. Then fly a mile, then land. Fly a mile and land. Every time you land, you'll basically disappear off the radar screen and the flankers will lose you. Can't possibly find you. So that's the best way of doing it. It's a bit weird, but that's just how you do it in DCS, basically. Okay? And I actually need you to do that mission. When you get to the coordinates, Zulu, just fight the infantry that are there, land for 30 seconds, then RTB, and we'll say you've got TFA out that way. Okay? Let's start with the questions from Blues or Reds, please. Blues, sorry, you can just sort yourself out, can't you? Just bear in mind that some of your airframes have moved to Batumi. So if you get, say, 4 F-14s and try and take them off all together from Grenada, that won't happen. One of them has been moved over to Batumi, okay, based on what we did day 29. Okay, I'm going to take my Reds away. If you guys need anything, just come in, let me know. How did my boys go to PvP, go to Red? Okay, gentlemen, As you know, we get 2 lives, but and I know you all want to go out gunfighting, but we've got to start thinking tactically. Which is kind of why I joined Red for this time, because they're starting to lose now. We've got a -4 deficit in airframes now, and the reason is obviously it's getting harder for Red. We've got nowhere to hide, so I don't want to just throw our airframes away. So what I'd say, guys, the safest thing is use our first life to do as much damage to blues as we can today. Use our second life, and we're all going to get shot down. You know, we're all going to get aim 50-40 in the face. It's going to happen. Use our second life to ferry to Tbilisi, under the understanding that Kutaisi is probably going to get nuked today. Ferry to Tbilisi, where we'll be ready to start it up again next Monday as phase 2. That way we don't lose 10 airframes. If we lose 10 airframes today, we're going to get in a hole where we can't dig out from, okay? Because of the airframe deficit problem. So go and have your first life to do as much damage as you can, which we'll talk about in a minute. If you die, then just take off. Don't even bother taking any weapons. Just burn over to Tbilisi, park there, and I'll come and meet you there. That's the safest thing. Because if they lose 3 airframes and we lose 10, then that's pretty much us out of the campaign. Okay, guys. The question is, how can we do the maximum damage to blues? I don't particularly want to try and stop them bombing Kutaisi, because it's going to happen sooner or later. And to be honest, it's hurting us trying to keep Kutaisi now. So I'm kind of happy to kind of let it go. It's very, very heavily defended anyway by SAMs. So, you know, my idea is to do as much damage as possible. It'd probably be to take down or aim at F-15s and Hornet flights, because they are the 2 most important planes of the blues. Now, I can tell you that Hornets are coming from Batumi. That's where they park them on 29, so that's where they are. So they're going to come from Batumi in the cruiser SAM coverage, and they're going to try and J-sail the Kutaisi runway. So we know where they're going to be. They're going to be Angels 30 to 40, lobbing J-sails together in a lovely, pretty, very vulnerable formation. And that's, I think, where we should be taking. And they will be escorted, no doubt, by the F-15s as well. Our SAM coverage today is exquisite. We've got excellent SAM coverage. So we can operate around 20 miles around our base, any direction with impunity. We'll be very well covered. Okay. So what are your thoughts on how we attack those Tomcats and Eagles?
Question, Cap. Like, I'm just starting this campaign. Like, where is everything on the blues? Fighters.
Have you got the intelligence tab?
Yes.
Just catching up. Right. So the only fighters at Batumi are 1 times Hornet, 1 times F-15 and 1 times F-14 down south. All of the other fighters are up at Sukhumi, 80 miles north.
And you were saying the Hornets are at Batumi as well?
All the Hornets are at Batumi, and just because of, you know, taking the easiest method of travel, they're probably going to just fly from Batumi, I imagine, and J-sail us from Batumi. So if we were in those mountains, we could get some beautiful pop-up attacks, I think, in the south.
Yeah, because if they're not all at Batumi, then they're going to have to wait a while to congregate and get into a nice formation, if that's what you think.
That's all right. The way they have to do it is they have to go out to sea, have a massive 40-mile run-up, get to Mach 2 or whatever. They'll be lovely big and cons and together, because that's just how you have to do it. And they'll be just waiting to be attacked. Our ER range up there is about 40 miles. It'll be beautiful.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And if we can try electro-optical, so we might be able to sneak up on them depending on where the cap... I'm just worried about in the mission that it says it's only got 4 flankers, but there's 5 of us, so depending on what we're all flying.
Oh, yeah, I'll go and fix that before we go in, yeah. Oh, I'll just take a 33, I don't really mind.
Yeah, I'm in the 33, so...
Okay, that's fine, we'll definitely have enough. So, we know they're going to come... I reckon they'll be coming roughly from where the words say SA-10, from there or a bit further back, and there's going to be Mach 1 in that way. So... The main problem is a cruiser. That cruiser is a VLS-equipped cruiser, very, very powerful. Kobiletti is also a nightmare. It took 3 Reds out last time. Kobiletti, all they've got is a couple of Avengers there, but it's just right in the area where Reds like to defend, that Kobiletti base. So always need to think about evading Kobiletti. Always have that in your mind. Picture it on, you've got good flying conditions today, so you will be able to picture it. So just visually escape that. And somehow we've got to beat the cruiser. I'm almost thinking about trying to beat the cruiser in numbers. You know, if we've got 4 guys up there, can it track us all as we charge towards these Hornets?
Sorry, the Samsung is in Koboleti. Is it just Avengers?
Roger, you got 5 Avengers, terrible range, but we keep flying over it and getting shot down.
Well, it's pretty hard to see them yesterday in the clouds.
Roger, good visibility today, so as long as you can get tally on that airfield, there's no excuse for it today.
Well, there's 2 things. We can either start high and openly challenge them in front of the cruiser, which is a terrible idea.
Agreed.
Or we can somehow try and sneak up on them. But then I'm just worried the cap fighters will come in, avoid the air freight, anti-air around Batumi, and just absolutely. There's a lot of them.
It's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one.
What range do they usually shoot at for the Blues? Like, do they normally take pot shots?
What's this? The J cells?
J cells as well as AMRAAMs.
The J cells are going to be fired at maximum range at 40 to 50 miles. The AMRAAMs are going to mainly be about 15 miles, kind of somewhere between a posture and a kill shot.
I recommend like the first leaf we go up high, but we go up with the intention of not trading shots. We can take precautionary shots, and the minute they come within like 20 miles or so, I say we just go out, make them waste their missiles on us.
Copy.
Yeah, but we need to wait until they're not beyond the point of no return in terms of the J cells, because they're not going to wait that long. But we can't just attack them too early, or else they'll just and we'll all be fucked.
They will be hard to find. They'll probably have the radar. No, they won't have the sense to turn their radars off, will they? So they should be nailing us.
Well, they should be nailing us, but they'll be. It depends how concentrated they are on, because unless the cap fighters are on their game, they're not going to be looking at their radar screens. So.
Agreed. And the lovely thing is, those Hornets are going to be that lovely big clump. They'll be really heavy with those J cells on. Can't maneuver in a beautiful clump. It's just too much of a nice target to give up. The thing is, I imagine what they're going to probably do first is send the Tomcats and the F-15s from Sukhumi down to Batumi, and then all go up together. That's what I would do, rather than just going up with a skeleton attack force. So we have to evade. We have to evade that Sukhumi to Batumi cap ferry. I think, if that's what they're going to do.
Well, we can just stay in our SAMnet for that period, then just sit there, wait for them to come.
Yeah.
What aircraft are Copuleti?
Copuleti, nothing. Helicopters only. I mean, it was cool shooting down the helicopters last time, but it has no tactical advantage going after helicopters. The helicopters are never going to do anything that actually affects any of these missions.
Is there anything stopping us from just storming Batumi at the start?
We almost did that. Shifty and Indigo almost did that last time, and they got bombs within about 20 feet of the runway. It was very difficult to do. However, I thought about that, and it just worked. And I can show you a way that we can almost get in. But if we could take S-25 rockets, we could do it. The problem is they had to go so low to evade the cruiser. They couldn't. They were below the bomb dropping range. So if we could take S-25 rockets, 2 of us kamikaze into that runway, we could technically take that runway out, which would really fuck them off.
Yeah, it would piss them off, but at the same time, are we then sacrificing taking out the...
Say again,
So just if we do that, then it's going to make it difficult to go after those cap fights in the F-18s.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Got to make a choice.
So that would be a trade, yeah. How many S-25s can we carry? The big one, the bunker busters. Even with one plane going after it.
Like 4, I think.
How much? I wonder how much damage. Does anyone know the size of the warhead on that S-25?
Enough.
You could, if me or one of us could get in there and just pow, 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 pow. 4 of those down that runway. That's that runway gone. By then they'll already be airborne, I imagine. Anyway. So what actual effect? So will actually have any effects? It won't. Yeah. What's the point?
What I meant more of storming Batumi was storming the fighters coming out Batumi.
Yeah. It's a really clever idea. There's nothing against the rules, and technically we've got SAM coverage in there. We've got a couple of Strellas. If assuming they haven't popped up with a Harrier or something to kill them straight away, we could zoom in there, get them on the ground, I've always warned them about this, that it can always happen. So I've always told them to prepare for this.
So we should start with a rush.
I don't think they'd expect an attack that ballsy, to be honest. As soon as we'll.
Shadow said he had a plan, so.
The main thing today is because they are all split into 2 bases. So if we don't capitalize on that, like if we just wait inside the network, we are going to get overwhelmed.
Okay. So what would be a route then? Direct south into the main valley, and then through that valley at the water's height until we hit Batumi, I guess.
Yeah.
Or we could just go high and go for Batumi, but I don't know how far that cruiser should
it's an SA-10. That cruiser is an SA-10. It'll shoot 60 miles. We have to go on the deck, and our playtime over Batumi is measured in seconds. It is measured in the amount of time it takes a missile to get from the cruiser to you. So you've got 1 run with guns or rockets or whatever you're going to fire. You can survive it. You can then turn into the town and hide behind buildings. That's what Shifty did yesterday. But you've got, as Indigo would tell you, you've not got much chance. So it would definitely be rockets, not bombs. Anything you can just spray at the very last second. And they do take ages. They're Hornets and stuff. They're never hurried about anything. They'll be sitting there typing their coordinates in. So there is a chance if we Mach 1 our way over there, there's a chance of doing it.
Because if they're sat on the tarmac entering 8 sets of coordinates, we've probably got about 20 minutes.
Well, what about...
Maybe, that's a slight overestimate, but we got to...
It's a lot of time.
What about 2 highly skilled guys go and do that, and the other 3 act as diversionaries for the AWAC? So just make diversionary attacks elsewhere. Just make themselves big and puffy elsewhere.
Yeah, if like a couple of you go Angels 30 with jammers on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll head up just north of... Well, I'm not entirely... But I'll make it look like I'm patrolling between Takumi and Batumi, you know, waiting for them to come down. And hopefully I can distract them long enough for you guys to get that done, and then we'll just all back off a bit.
Roger. I'm happy to go with Skay or whoever wants to go with me for the suicide run, simply because I don't know if... who else wants to go on the suicide run? No one.
I would give it a try.
Do you know the route? Does anyone... Indigo, do you know the route? Because you've been there before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the route. I would have to stick to you.
I think I'm going to go with Indigo, guys, because he knows the route best, and I kind of want to go for... it actually suits me if I die early, because I get to film people, whereas you guys don't really want to die early. So I'm happy to go... then what I'll do is I'll die, and then I'll get my next life, and then I'll just put it on autopilot, cruising to thingy. Ruby, you can come and make it 3 if you want. It's your first life. You can do what you want, or you can go and work with the others. It's up to you. They can probably do the other thing on their own, Skay and Seahorse. Skay and Seahorse, because you've got a life to use, you can still cause a lot of upset in our SAMnet. You are basically invincible in our SAMnet. Just don't get smacked in the face by Phoenix is the only thing, but otherwise...
Yeah, we'll probably just have to play by ear and see where the guys from Sukumi are. So if it looks really obvious they're doing a ferry, we can try and like harass them. And then turn for us to just step back. Yeah.
Is that something like that SA-11 then just stretching nearby Kubaletti, or is it a tiny bit smaller?
Our SAMnet... our realistic SAMnet of where you're really well protected is basically the SA-11 area there.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, you will operate in there. Just again, watch Kobiletti. That's your worst enemy. And also keep fast. You see those? The best thing is to set a maximum front of Sanaki, because if you start hanging about over that over that armoured company, they do have manpad in that armoured company there.
Yeah.
You don't really mess around there. So I'd set yourself a hard border of Sanaki unless you're above manpad, right? It's just a shit way to lose a life, isn't it?
Is manpad altitude in DCS about 10,000 feet?
I've always said 15 for safety. You got big, heavy, hot flankers, so it's probably 5,000. Cool, sounds good. So Ruby, which way are you coming with us or going with them?
Yeah, I would like to come with you.
Roger. Weapons. Me, Indigo, and Ruby. What kind of weapons do we think? It's got to be something we can just shoot at the last minute. We don't have any. We don't need any launch authority for. All I can think of is rockets. But always ears.
Rockets, cluster bombs.
Cluster bombs is like the munition dispensers.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Just tell me the name of which thing I have to load.
KMGU something, isn't it? It makes you got to get the armoured version though, not the anti-personnel.
KMG 96 something.
AO, I've forgotten which is armor and which is personnel. Someone needs to go.
I'll ask again on the runway.
Roger.
And the priority for the strikers at Batumi is if you see any F-18s on the ground, you go for them, right? Not just the runway.
Yeah. Your worst enemy today is Eagles will be annoying, but Eagles can't come in too far to get you. But there's 4 14s that are just going to sit out to sea, launching 80-mile AMRAAMs at you. 80-mile Phoenixes at you. You just got to be, obviously you don't want to go for the 14s, but you want to make yourself not a very nice target for them by finding out where they are and making most of your movements a beam to them. If you can keep a beam to them, they won't be able to launch their 80-mile cheat shots at you.
Okay, so I assume that the Hornets are gonna do the JSOLs again.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. It's a little bit of a repeat.
Alright, Onslaught, you make a plan. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
I'm just trying to set up the recording so we to record this for Cal.
Okay.
Roger. Hold for a sec then.
Too bad we didn't record that.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Wait.
Just trying to figure out what button it is.
Maybe it's going to the bathroom. I'm going to do that too.
Same. Oh man.
Actually, the question is, what are the planes that will be? What are the planes that are taking off from Batumi?
I think there should be. How many Hornets landed there? Did all 4 Hornets land there the other day?
Yeah.
So all the Hornets will be down there.
15.
I'm not too sure that there'll be at least 1 Harrier there as well. The second one might well be up north. Did any of the frogs make it down there? Did any of the frogs make it down there?
Cosmic's Tomcat landed there too.
I've said
Cosmic's Tomcat landed.
So it's going to be. I think part of the problem is we are going to have to be a bit agile on our planning because we know that the Hornets are a bit agile, but we don't necessarily know where everything else will be.
Equally, we have got Hornets up at the Godata if we wanted to go from up there as well.
This is why, Auburn. Where are the other 3 Tomcats then?
Probably up at Godata.
All of the 15s landed there, but
how many is all though? Was it 4?
4. No, well, sorry, 3, because one of them crashed. Batumi's quite limited on space, isn't it? It's quite limited on slots. No, somebody crashed when engaged.
You mean they didn't get shot down? They crashed. Is that what you're saying?
Whilst someone was trying to shoot them down,
they crashed while evading my missile, so technically they got shot down.
All right. Well, that's not as bad as just crashing for stupidity. At least they were evading.
But anyway, yes, Batumi is quite limited on slots, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I reckon whichever. I think the Harrier is probably the best bet to clear the immediate area around Batumi, whichever Harriers are down there, and that clears the local space for operations. Blood, I guess you got some secret plan in your mind?
Nothing super secret. So basically, you got 2 choices. Either me and Tebro can take some Vigans and blow up those fuel depots, but if the Hornets think they've got that with their JDAMs and JSORs, we'd quite like to take some helicopters. We can take MI and a Gazelle.
Nice.
What?
Nice.
What's up?
Is there MI8s for the Blue Force though?
Appears to be from Brief. It says Huey's Gazelle.
Yeah. Gazelles for some air coverage, if you can.
I will admit,
take some air-to-air Gazelles and really surprise them.
I am slightly concerned about because I assume the Hornets will be hitting Kutaisi hard, and they're probably going to have to take all their JSOs to get through because that's going to be really tight air defense now. So it does leave us ground attack. We've got to take out that infantry. Maybe I don't know how far the helicopters would have to go to do that operation. Do we have any idea of that?
To do what? To pick up people
like
from
22 miles.
Yeah, it's nothing much, particularly in the MI8.
Yeah, but there's something about in the tasking about killing some enemy infantry, or is that just linked to the same target area?
Yeah, they're around those coordinates.
Don't worry about
that. Okay, so yeah, that would be ideal. So if we can leave the helicopters to deal with that, that just leaves General taking out the runway and General Seed and dead work in that area for the F-18s and the Harriers, and just trying to survive.
The Harrier at Batumi, he could probably clean up the reds around Batumi.
Yeah, that's probably what he'll end up doing. There's 4 targets, but Harrier should be able to manage that, and might have to land and rearm. But yeah,
Priority actually. Priority Katumi, take that out as soon as possible, because the sooner we take that runway out, the sooner we can eliminate Red 4. They won't be able to respawn.
Well, yeah.
You mean Kutaisi, not
Kutaisi.
Yeah, sorry, not Katumi. Sorry, Jesus.
Make sure you take off going feet wet at Batumi.
Obi, yeah, definitely go feet wet at Batumi. Obi, what would you be your strike time on Kutaisi to take that out of action with JSOs?
We're gonna take 5 or so minutes to get the coordinates in before we take off. If we came out of Batumi, if we get some cap up there to protect us, we could probably climb to altitude, and I don't know, within 10-15 minutes we could probably take
20 minutes, yeah, 20-25 at the top.
I'd go for slightly later than earlier because you want to give yourselves time to get yourself sorted. 5 minutes doesn't make a major difference.
I'm just thinking by that time they're probably going to be on their second spawn anyway, if normal rates go.
Kutaisi, my idea originally was we're going to climb to altitude out over the sea, over the top of the cruiser, and then come inland and attack from dead south almost to try and get there through the least number of overlapping defences if we can.
Expect Red 4 to blitz Batumi. If tradition is any shown, they're likely to
protected. I mean, that cruiser down there is going to keep them at bay.
Yeah,
to a point.
Remember.
To a point, though, but remember they can sacrifice 1 life if it means it gets a couple of bombs up before they.
Well, if there's an eagle on site, so the eagle can scramble pretty quickly to give us cover.
I was going to say, I hit the runway last week. I was there in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, just remember the cruisers can't shoot through mountains, so they got plenty of cover in that region.
I would say that the biggest danger is the Hueys right now, because they will be the ones that are pretty much sitting.
They will try and shoot the helicopters down. I can tell you that.
Yeah, so I feel that the I don't know if this is possible, but maybe half the F-15s take off immediately and burn down towards.
The risk is you're getting dragged into the S10 area. That's a big risk. It might almost be better that the F-14s are long bombing out to try and cover them.
Yeah, my plan is to stay feet wet and snipe out from the sea. It worked really well last time.
So the F-14 burn get as fast as possible down to the south side, the west side of Kobuleti, and try and protect the Hueys.
Roger. I think that's a good idea.
At the same time, what they're doing there.
If Hammer is Tomcat only, I have to abort. So
who's that? Vex?
Is the case, right? Yes.
Is that Vex?
Yeah.
What do you fly, Vex?
I don't fly Tomcat.
What else do you fly? There's plenty of the planes. We're just trying to work it out.
Well, with the training program, I only flew Hornet. I used to fly K50 and A10, but today I fixed up my F15 and I signed up for F15, but I did something wrong. So if the wing Hammer is only Tomcat, there's no F15 more, and the Hornet.
You didn't do anything wrong. There's just not enough. There's only 4 F15.
Is anybody in the F15 flight willing to switch over to Tomcat?
I don't think they have the Tomcat.
No, they're not.
Senor, you've been here?
I just spoke.
Take an A10 and fly with the Harrier.
We're gonna keep the Eagle flight like this.
Anybody in the 18s can fly a freaking Tomcat.
I haven't been assigned yet, and I'll take a Tomcat.
Who's that?
Alright, you can put me in the Harrier or whatever.
I'll put him in the Tomcat, I guess.
How many? Sorry.
Vex, if you can take the A10, if you just as a support, because there's an A10 down at Batumi, So you might.
I have this weird setups with my A10 setup is gone because I haven't flown it so long.
Ah, shit.
What about the
The
A?
only setup, I flew UE last time, but that was a disaster, and I don't think.
What about the
will be any better.
A10A? That
I don't
one
think
should
they have any A's.
Mirage?
There's no A's. No.
I think there's only C's. Monster.
Frog
You
foot?
know, I've been in it already.
By the
Supposedly,
frog
I fly
foot.
the C.
Frog
I don't
foot?
have the setup for it. No. Yeah, I flew that, but I don't have the. That's a long time ago.
You can.
Take a
It's
Huey.
a super simple one.
Hold
that's
up,
why
hold
I
up, hold
mentioned
up,
it.
hold up, guy. Hold up. Rex, you said you can fly the F-18, right?
Yes.
There is more than 4 F-18 slots, so if you want, you can take the F-18 as a.
He has to be careful with that because we're getting low on those airframes.
Yeah.
It's just 4 at the top.
We're supposed to be limited to 4 per
It's just
airframe.
4 at the top.
Should. Yeah, but.
25Ts.
Rex, if you're willing to go, if you could go, I know the Fogfoot, 3 Fogfoot could actually have a real chance of striking that S300
Just
site.
obliterate the sound system.
How long?
I've been considering all of that, and I'm out of, how you call it? Too rusty. Can't do it. I can't fly a mission like this. It's too difficult, this mission, right? No,
All right, that's
I'm
cool.
I'm
Just sit this one
aborting.
out.
I'm aborting.
That's cool.
No, Rex, you can do a
guys.
Huey, mate.
Guys, can someone tell the guys on JD server to get off? Or
Already done.
Copy that.
Let them sit it out because
Yeah, I don't even
we got to
see
get
his
this
server.
shit together.
Yeah, Rex, you could fly a Huey. You know how to do that, right?
That's it. I've seen this mission. Like
He doesn't want to, by the sounds of it.
Nah,
He wants to fly
I
an
don't
F-18,
wanna.
yeah.
So since
Like Cap said, you have to. I knew this. I saw the mission. I saw you have to land every so many miles. As soon as you know there's a flight overhead, you have to land. UE shouldn't mix like that with jets.
Right. So
We're taking a couple of gazelles, so we've got the RWR. If we stick near you, we'll be able to tell you when there's flankers in the vicinity.
Plus, you just turn your Huey gunners on, and they will like very, very
Light the
arcadely
fuck up.
kill everything around you.
They'll
They'll just snipe you.
and reveal your position to any
Just
hunting
like real
flanker.
life.
I did a lot of UE driving. I think it's a very risky mission.
Let's not force him into something he's not.
It doesn't matter, Rex. We've got a shitload of Hueys. If you want one and you crash, then so be it. But if you don't
Yeah, you
want
do know
one,
you
then
don't actually die if you crash the Huey. You do get to play DCS again.
No way.
Really? Now you tell me.
Yeah, it's not
I was always worried about my heart just stopping.
Ah.
As soon as I crashed.
there'd be a lot of people in here that would be royally fucked if that wasn't.
So
Yeah. 90%.
Everyone gets shot down. Literally, everyone.
Right. Are
I'll
we
sit
going to
this
all
one out.
concentrate down
Good
at
night,
the two?
gentlemen. See you later.
Okay, Rex.
Have
Next time.
Have a good night, man.
Are we all concentrating down at Batumi, or are we going to try a northern strike as well and try and split them? So
I
split
think
If we split our cap north group and south group, 2 14s north side, 2 F-15s north side, and same for the south. And then whoever's doing the 18s, you could probably come in from, because if you're taking off from different airfields, just take off and then meet somewhere in the feet wet in the middle, and then come in.
Take some of the 18s from up north from Gadata then
Yeah.
down the north.
Yeah, just meet in the middle and then move in, and then you got the Harriers doing their thing. What's Saber doing?
Thanks, Sally.
Nobody in Saber's talking.
Saber's cap. Snack bar, baby beer.
Snack bar?
Yeah.
What are you up to?
I don't know. I was in the other F5 slot in Whiskey, so I was just gonna Wild Weasel, but someone put me in Saber, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I did that because there was Whistler there as well. But if you wanted to, you and your F5 could hang out with the Harriers and try and protect them.
I can do that if you guys want me.
If the SU-25s went after that SA-11, it would make it a little bit easier to try and protect the helis.
Copy that.
Snack,
I'll
you have
get on.
capability for rockets and stuff on that, right?
Sorry, what was that?
On the F5, you got rockets.
I do.
You got a shit ton, if I remember rightly. Maybe go after those fuel tanks.
Yeah, go with the Harriers and give them some protection. And if Baby Bear goes in his Mirage with the SU-25s to protect them, then
Where are the fuel
everyone else
tanks? Are they beside Kutaisi?
Copy that. Baby Bear's in the Mirage. He's still in good data.
If Snackbar, you fly the Mirage, don't you? Why don't you jump in the Mirage and just do a fast strike on those fuel tanks?
Are there any other controls from the new update?
Who was that to, Rage?
Yeah, there are.
That was the Snackbar, because he flies the Mirage.
There was a significant change to the hotfix.
Just select the air-to-ground mode and air-to-air mode, either via the HOTAS or via the PCA. It's not a major change.
PSA for the Mirage, you will have lost all your keyboard controls unless you install the hot.
I just click that.
Unless you installed what?
The hotfix, you need to download a file from the forums and put that in place.
Holy shit.
Interesting.
Going after the SA-11.
Yeah, I have a plan for going after that SA-11. I'm just thinking about do we want to?
We have time enough. We have time enough, boys.
No. Do we want to do it together like what we did on Monday with the Hornets with the JSOs?
Yeah.
Or
JSOs and 25Ts go in at the same time.
Did I hear correctly? There's one F-14 at Batumi.
Yeah, that's
probably.
what he said.
Yeah. In fact, Onslaught, if you fire a little bit later than the Hornets, your missiles will get there. Hopefully around about the same time. On the SA-11, you might be able to take that out because it'll be focusing on those JSOs.
Well, once we fire our JSOs and they get through, we can go back and we can go get some harms and come in and start seeding as well.
I'm not sure how many SA-15s are there because the SA-11s, honestly, it's quite easy to take out. It's the SA-15s around it. Gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with.
There'll be a lot. All we can do is kill what we can kill.
I'm saying with the
I'll just stand off
SA-10,
out to sea.
with the SA-10, if you time your launch appropriately, then it should be preoccupied trying to take out those JSOWs and hopefully not get any of your missiles.
That needs practice.
But you just got to time it.
Yeah, we'll coordinate with the Hornets with the JSOWs then. Yep.
Yeah, so we're gonna all be on 125.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. 125.
And since we've got so much cap, we're going to take 2 F-15s from the north and just temporarily come round and try and get a 30-40 mile shot off on that AWACS, and then we'll just turn back.
Yeah, if we can make that thing dead, that would just make our life so much easier.
Yeah, I was planning to stay as far west of Feetbat as I could, head straight south, and then try and do it and nail them from the west.
If you, the problem for you is if you get within that 50-mile shot to try and get them, and you get tagged by 27 or the SA-10, you've got to break lock, so your missile's just going to go straight through them. The F-15s can come round at Mach 2 and just launch an M120 and we'll kill them.
Hopefully.
So if the 2 north F-14s just think about staying up around the Zugdidi river mouth area, and that way you're protecting Sukumi just in case they plan to hit Sukumi, and you can cover inland towards Sanaki.
Yeah, Roger that. Shifty cover north.
Roger.
I'll go with you. I'll go with you, Shifty. Auburn, we'll go with you.
So
Stick with me, Whistler.
So King and Whistler on the south side, covering around about Kobuleti area, and the 2 south F-15s will cover the same area lower and in the valleys, just to make sure they don't come around to hit Batumi.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Sounds like all awesome.
Let's do it. Reg, can you tell us what Saber's job is
The
again?
Reds still get. Sorry, sir.
Saber
Repeat
was
last.
fast strike on the fuel depot.
You know, I think the Mirages would be great for that.
Yeah, they're very fast.
Low, fast.
That's Saber.
Be brilliant.
Surely it's a chuck a couple of J-dams on it kind of job.
Yeah, I wouldn't send Mirages to do that.
Yeah, unless you've got someone to designate.
Well, we'll have
which
to
is
land.
what you
We'll have
do.
to land after the deal, and then go back in with JDAMs.
As long as they can see the target, but the problem is if you go in with the JDAMs, you're taking up some of the ordnance for.
Well,
Kutaisi.
you're going to have time to come back at the end, because if you've taken
Yeah.
out their runway, you've got nothing between you and them. Just come back.
Yeah,
follow
they
the
can't
JSOS
land
J-dam,
and
and
refuel.
chuck as
So
many
once
as
you take down the cap, they're done. That's the priority, I think, is to get that runway denied.
Yeah, if the runway destroyed, the tanks are.
Yeah, the faster we destroy the runway, yeah.
The faster
Atomic's
we
going
destroy
to
that
take
runway,
out.
the better.
Almost going to take out one of the fuel depots. Going to do a fast low strike in the Harriet.
So the actual helicopters could wait until the runway is denied. The cap is pushed back, and then they could go in and do their job.
The silos, I think what we can do is the Harriers, or after they clean up Batumi, just head over and just deal with the silos since. you
Yeah,
don't
they
really
can
have
land
much.
and rearm and go back up. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need much ordnance to destroy the silos anyway.
No, you don't.
Atomic, do you have a specific target throughout this? I'm wondering, it might be useful for the helicopters to have a single Harrier that we can call in to destroy targets.
Can do.
Can the helicopters paint for the Harrier? I don't know if the Gazelle can do that or anything.
They can't, but I think the Hueys can certainly take smoke rockets, which you can just pop up, chuck one off, and even if it's not on the target, it's close enough that you can use the T-pod.
Are you talking about for the silos?
No,
Not necessarily for the silos, just in case we encounter any SAMs, any other resistance, we can just hide behind some trees, call in the Harrier, drop a bomb on whatever it is, and carry on.
That's a good idea.
Atomic, do you want that game?
Roger, I'll do that.
Go on to the helicopter frequency of 129. And I recommend
129.
just hang out to sea, so you're well away from the enemy aircraft and only just come in when we ask you to. Recommend you take fuel, because you might be hanging around for a while.
Or you can just VTOL land, you know.
Well,
You
in all
can land on
honesty,
Kobuleti, you're fairly safe.
yeah, you can land in
you can do
Kobuleti and just use that as a FARP situation.
Yeah, and just do a QRA. Yeah, that works.
Copy.
Or you could just hop there.
And at least if he's landed somewhere, he's less likely to get bounced by an enemy.
So, did we decide how we're taking those fuel tanks out yet?
Yeah, well, the Saberflight and the Mirage, Snack Bar and Baby Bear should do a first strike on the fuel silos.
I thought Halo Flight were getting.
And they can hold and wait until the runway is denied, right? And then you can clean up the cap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think there's some sort of
You could
semblance
fly
of a
through the
plan there.
mountains and below and approach from the east and take out the runway at Kutaisi. And really,
Okay, I think there's some sort of semblance of a plan there. Is anybody sure what they're doing, or we all just as confused as everybody
let's
else?
just quickly run over it. Who is taking down the runway? Say R.
Halo.
So that's Halo Flight.
Halo.
Are you happy with what you're doing?
Hey, Roger.
Next, we've got helicopters. There's Hueys, myself, and Tebro. Are you all happy with what we're doing? You're tuning to 129. We can chat about further details on the.
You're not
Yeah.
doing the Helo mission, you're doing your own thing with Helos, yeah?
No, we're coming along with the Hueys. We've got RWRs. We can tell you if there's a flanker in the vicinity, so we'll
Cool,
be
yeah.
escorted. But go on 129. We can have a chat about the exact plan while we're there. Okay, then we have Harriers. We got Atomic. You're joining us with the helicopters to provide CAS. Are you happy with that?
Roger.
Again, you're on 129. Also, there was one Harrier that's going to destroy the SAMs around Batumi.
I'm going to clear up Batumi. Yeah.
Excellent. You know what you're doing. Right. The other key thing is cap. If the cap fails, then we're all dead, basically. So, cap, are you happy with what you're doing?
We are indeed.
Yep, staying on the screen.
Just give me the quick 20-second summary of exactly what your plan is.
Hammer flight F-14s, we're splitting.
Okay, so you got one going north, one south.
A farm, 2 F-14s north, 2 15s north, and two south.
Cool, and I didn't catch what the Frogfoots and the Mirages are up to.
Mirages are doing a fast strike on the tanks.
Cool, and is that the Frogfoots or the Mirages?
Hey boys, what's your closest to being ready?
Literally just going through the last what everyone's doing.
Copy, can you give me a shout when you're done, yeah?
Yeah, it'll be a couple of seconds.
Copy.
Hello, Frogfoot. Me and Onslaught's gonna concentrate on SA-11 and try to support the FA-18s as they do their.
Cool. Sounds like everyone knows what they're doing. Key thing is the cap. Make sure the skies are free of flankers because nobody can do anything else.
Should I go?
And don't lose any birds.
Yes, don't.
Yeah.
Do
I would set a C+30 on the Hueys, and let us get those. So what's the JSO call is out on guard, right? And the runway's destroyed, then we could probably push.
Yeah. Just make sure you give out that call for the Jason.
Right, try to get up and ready as soon as possible.
Just as a final thought, is it worth being super sneaky and just really hold off doing anything until the JSOs have done their job?
I mean, no, because there'll be.
If you hit the same time, you'll overwhelm them.
Yes, saturate the defense.
The helos will be. We need to get off fairly quickish because we've got a long way to go. But we're outside the enemy.
You'll have 60 minutes to get there and get back.
We haven't got that far to go.
You don't have that far to go, so
we'll have
you
a
can
brief.
wait.
We'll talk about what we're doing. We'll take it nice and slow.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go die.
So down, yeah.
What are you taking?
I will have just taken his 4 pairs of rockets, 4 pods of rockets, and the rest air to air. You guys do what you need to do.
I have 2 rocket pods and 2 of the cluster ammunition.
Roger. Is that you, Indigo?
No, I'm just nearly finished rearming.
Chop, we're waiting for you.
I'm right.
Roger, we need to leave him room to pass, so...
Finish rearming, I'm just starting up.
Godspeed, boy.
Okay, Indigo, go straight into power, and I'm going to follow you. Ruby, just give us a little space for safety.
Request picture. Dock 8-1, Overlord, clean.
Cap airborne.
Overlord, passing waypoint 2 at 6,000.
Oh, we can't airborne.
Right, Indo, you have the ability to look at the F10 map, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to be relying on you to do that then. And we'll be coming down that little river again to get to the actual base. There's no master arm on this bird, is there?
No.
Beautiful. To fire, guys, to fire the rockets, any idea if it's just trigger, isn't it? It is, isn't it? Yeah. Certainly is.
I'll come off burners.
Roger.
Alright.
Scoots 5,000 and climbing, or start heading west.
Two Hornets up.
Alright, they're up. So then let's carry on. We might still be able to catch them.
You guys are going by the like by the south, right? We can try and distract them towards the north.
Roger. Well, amazing they got up so quick. They must be doing their coordinates in the sky.
They might be like RVing in the. They might be going the other way, RVing with the guys from Sukumi.
Roger.
Yeah, Seahorse, you're behind me, right? We just head straight east or west. Sorry, once you're above 5,000. Copy. Yeah, it's pretty easy with data links, so.
My task force knows it's cold, obviously. But EO on.
Keep seeing RA wax on me.
So IFF, you just turned your radar on, don't you? A is friendly or hostile? I've forgotten.
AFR is friendly, so I think A is hostile.
Why not?
You can also tell by the number of bars if it's 2 is a friendly, if it's 1 it's a...
That's only on radar.
That's only on radar. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stick's doing something crazy.
2 bars friendly, yeah?
Only on radar.
Roger.
Overlord, passing waypoint 4 at 18,000.
Man, this bird's good to fly. I haven't flown this for a long time.
083 for 60 at 18,000.
Whatever you do, just don't press it.
Yeah.
Right, this is the valley.
Right, following your lead.
Got any sense that they've just gone out over the seas?
Probably have, and we're probably too late, but let's go and see, you never know.
Contact on SA.
Roger. To get SA, do we just go BVR?
Yeah.
Roger. Okay, I'm going to just follow you for that. Yeah, right.
And then use type dash and equal.
You can. I know you can zoom that in and out, but I'm not sure how to, so I'm not going to try.
Right, I've got them all.
Yeah, we've got them, boys. We see them. We can't. What? Do you know what their range is from SA?
Yeah, it's on the bottom left. It's that number plus a 0 at the back.
About 80 miles.
Indigo, Ruby, hit the deck. We don't want to make it easy for them.
Oh, they dropped off a lot. Hang on, turning in.
Roger, just track that ship.
They had 5,000, 215 or 40. Damn, that's close.
Right, yep, I see that's thing. There's someone coming towards us on the SA. That must be an F-15 or something. Damn, we had to sacrifice our EO missiles. That's very frustrating.
I got mine.
Oh, good man. So that target in front is only 20, 30 kilometers.
Seahorse, you able to pick him up?
I've got it.
You nice and low, Ruby.
I'm low.
Okay, we're in the valley. Okay, we're now passing the blue fog guy.
I can't actually get a lock on him.
Roger, you don't just keep him busy. Okay, blue fog guy has now seen us and he's coming towards us. See that? See him on ISA, guys, on the right.
Yeah. Should I try to get him?
Yes, but don't make it easy for him.
Continue to base.
Roger. Cap's continuing to base.
Alright, Scoops cranking to the north.
Hey Cap, my controls got locked because I clicked into SRS, so I crashed on
yeah,
takeoff.
just do it. Yep, install. Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Further groups to the north 1000.
Indigo, distance to Batumi roughly.
Can't lock him for some reason.
It's just around this corner.
But you know, you're too high, get down, you're going to get picked off. Got to be sucking that dirt. Okay, we're about to hit Batumi, guys. Missiles out, missiles out, missiles out for one of you lot, it's not for us.
Yep, turning call, turning call.
Roger. Right, we see that. We're right at Batumi now. We're going for a quick run. Right. Is there anything there? Can you see anything? It looks clear to me. No, they're on the runway.
End of the runway, yeah.
Kill it, kill it, kill it.
They're launching something, someone's launching something.
Cap's firing at the guys taking off.
I'm hit. Fuck me, that could have.
Shot Seahorse.
They're taking off,
I see some people launching some.
Good splash, good splash. 1 of 15 down. Dogfight.
Nice.
He's gone left into the cruiser.
There's one on your 6.
Yeah, he's on my 6, Take it, boys. I'm getting into the houses. Good strike. Cap's beating the missile,
Still something on the ground?
Negative, 1 F-15's taken off, and he's taken out.
I got shot down.
Who's defending? Something's launched.
Cap coming back in for a dogfight.
It's the ship, Scoop, it's the ship. I forgot about the ship.
What is this? Oh, I couldn't work out if it was friendly or not because I couldn't work out. Never mind, I'm down, guys. Good luck, everyone. Alright, I'm getting my second life and I'm going to ferry. At least we did something.
Oh, they're swarming us.
We missed those hornets by what? Seconds, guys.
Yeah, a few seconds. God.
So
Did you guys shoot anything?
Yeah, 15s, but it's not going to do a massive amount. Yeah, I guess it's better than nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, strike fear into their hearts.
They really did. They weren't expecting that. That'll teach them to be slacking.
I hate the runway.
Yeah, the runway got absolutely pepped.
Yeah, it's a good job. We need to get out of here before they kill our runway. They'll be bombing it very soon, guys. Just go straight into a Millpower takeoff, Ruby, or a burner takeoff, and plot course for Tbilisi, please.
Something's off to the right, really high and fast.
Roger, I don't really want to tangle with anything unless it's a sitting duck.
Yeah, we got SAM networks around us for the time being.
Shit.
What the fuck is launching on? I bet it's a Tomcat. I bet it's a Tomcat.
Either a Tomcat or a ship that killed me.
Probably a ship. They're really, really good.
See yours, bit.
Cap airborne.
I know another command. In fact, I'll just keep my weapons on. They can't be that much drone.
Yeah, keep them just in case. And there's no harm of having a good EO look out there.
Something 40 miles from me, persecuting.
Good luck, Skye. We're leaving you now.
Bobby. There's a whole bunch of stuff inbound to.
Yeah, we're out of here. We're out of here. We're out of here. Second thoughts, put your burners on leads. I don't want to get caught out here with an AIM 54 or something. If you do get a launch warning, just a massive push down and to the side to notch it if it's AIM 54.
That's the thing with these.
Go Fox 1. Alright, I think this might be some strikers coming in low, turning for them.
Indigo take lead, Cap will be number 2, Seawatch number 3, and then we're spiked. I think it's just oversplash, guys.
Yeah, I'm getting spiked by like everyone.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
It's not a plane.
Roger. Okay, Cap is moving on to lead. It's left wing.
There's something really high and behind them.
How far?
Might be someone trying to sneak around.
Yeah,
He's like way northeast. Do you guys see it?
Yeah, I think that's Shadow and his plan.
Copy, come in. I'm gonna wait for it.
I think he's going after the AWACS. That's more than one person.
Okay, when you finish with that life, before you respawn, can you be tactical commander and move our AWACS east, please?
Copy. Yeah, these guys are high, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be bombing from... They're going to be JSOWing from Angels 40, I imagine.
They'll have AMRAAMs though, right? And they're jamming as well.
They're 15s.
Oh, fuck. It's not good for me.
You can always come with us.
But F-15s, juicy F-15s.
I know, they are juicy. Can't lie.
Try and distract them. Do you have an ET?
Yeah.
Yeah, climb up behind them and ET them.
No, they are like pointing at me right now.
Right, Cap finally caught up. Left echelon, you boys get finger 4, right to 3 and 4.
You see the missile? Oh, I hope I don't die. I made them descend though.
Good, puts them off.
Oh, I'm down.
Alright, respawn. Keep
That's what it was, it's A54.
Yeah. Right, come and join us quickly before they bomb that runway.
Copy. What's the bearing of Tbilisi?
095. Yeah, but more importantly, we live to fight it on our terms.
Exactly.
Just try and fight, mix this fight when this is full of 10 SA-10s, this area we're going over. It's going to be a bit different.
I think they're almost definitely going for the AWACS. 2 F-14s.
Are you dead, Skay?
Yeah,
Move that AWACS before you respawn.
I already did.
We'll just go and quit then and respawn and move it, because if we lose that, we're fucked. And then respawn.
Oh, okay. Can no one else do that, or because you guys landed already?
We're all halfway there to the Tbilisi.
Copy. Stand by. Where is the AWACS? Okay, I see. I mean, you guys could like defend it.
I'm
moving it.
I really want to save the airframes. It's not very sexy, but it's useful for red.
Alright, move.
Job. Right, getting a new plane. Burn yourself over here. It's a bit annoying that is. We only killed one of them for 5 of us. Oh, that wasn't my plan, boys. It definitely wasn't my plan.
We overlooked the ship. I completely forgot it was there, and just started tearing it.
Oh, I'm not getting any more tracks because the AWACS is not AWACS.
It's a good plane this is. I should learn to fly it at some point, really.
It's really nice, really nice. I've not flown it in formation before. It
really is nice, isn't it?
Only wish I had those R77s.
Well, yeah, I think we're going to get the J11s when we get to phase 2, i.e. Monday. See if we can start evening the score up a bit.
Our 77s are not that good, especially against AMRAAM.
Yeah, you're right, but in the right place, like if we imagine sneaking around under people's bellies, so up against an F-15, no, but sneaking around under people's bellies, it could be very useful. Whoops, just hit some turbulence. Are you airborne, Skane? Oscar Mike?
If I'm just took off.
Roger. It'd be funny if you were taking off when those JSOs came in. Well, I don't know about funny.
Oh, we got jamming straight ahead.
Are we jamming, boys?
No, as in like I'm jamming. Someone's jamming right in front of me. That's fucking funny.
Roger. Do not use that. Waste that airframe, Skate. You ought to save it and bring it here.
Got it. Thank you.
Central.
Nice. Nothing like a good parade formation practice. Much more difficult now we've got turbulence. Oh, there. Whoa. Just as he says it. Just sucked into the wing. Back I come.
Well, we're here.
Oh, we're here, right. Okay, guys, we're gonna... Oh, Jesus, we literally passed it. Do you see the closest runway, like on our right wing? The closest one to us. We'll go down on that. We'll go down on runway... Jesus, I don't know what runway's what. I'm going to go scout it. You guys just orbit. There's no danger around here. I'm going to find out what runway it is. Tbilisi Tower. Red 4. Here. 4 flankers. To land on runway 13 right. I'm going to go in first, boys, then you come in.
I think I shredded my landing gear on takeoff, so that should be exciting.
There's a second runway.
13 right, boys, 13 right. Cap initials.
Does the Tomcat have jammers?
Cap on the brake. Yes, it does. There's an inbuilt DCM. Landing speed in this thing, guys?
250, 300 ish.
Yeah, I forget how good these little FT3 planes are sometimes. Cap final 13 right, Tbilisi.
Tbilisi traffic, Indigo.
Oh, I see the SAM's launching or something.
Nice. I'll keep him busy.
Oh, our SAMs are launching or something.
Probably the
something's right next to me, I think.
Well, don't be there. Be burning towards us.
Okay, I'll just take one look. Oh wait, everything's jamming. Okay, turning back.
Cap down and safe, waiting for you boys.
I feel like Tomcats might still be going for the...
They'll never catch it. At the time that'll be here, that'll be out of bounds. They're not allowed to go past the Kutaisi mark, so by the time they get in firing range, I don't think anything to worry about.
Indigo in it falls.
Lovely.
3 right.
Lovely relaxing flight, boys. Much better than combat. The AWACS is here, Skay, I can see it. It's
I think I'm probably going to get killed by a Phoenix. Something just launched on me from behind me.
Just burn.
I'm just driving straight. No, but it still launched on me.
It's
probably a Phoenix.
Try and jump in a valley. Off to your right.
Yeah. Plenty of cover there. The AWACS is safe and out to Tbilisi.
Navi.
Yep, it's all about you getting that airframe back now.
Oh man, see all the squishies are all playing now. I could just kill all of them.
Discipline, Skay. It's all about discipline.
But our homeland is getting destroyed.
Yep, AWACS has made it. Good job, Mr. AWACS.
Something's locked onto me again. What the fuck? Another miss.
Right, down in those valleys. They're probably chasing you, but if they cross the Kutaisi line, then we'll discount it. So just... You're 40 miles away now, so you should be safe soon.
Copy.
Amazing they
I hope this hill's safe. It's goddamn Phoenix, as I tell you. Come on, mountain, safe.
There's a nice little valley down there, yeah.
My yaw seems to be like going all over the place. Alright, seem to be out of it.
Yeah, you look good. You not need to start downloading the Flanker Red War skins, by the way. You look like a bunch of muppets.
I've just got some black one.
I've got a red 4 on.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them now.
Do you guys find the flanker keeps like randomly yawing, or is it just me?
Yeah, mine felt a bit weird. Especially when you're going fast.
Yeah, there's still something locked onto me. What the hell?
Welcome back, Mr. Indigo. Park at the end of the runway with me. I'm going to check Kutaisi to see if there's any damage to the runway. Oh, my Kutaisi boys, the runway is shredded. The runway is shredded. That was a lucky escape there. That is the end of phase 1, boys.
Just now against Shifty, I couldn't get my ET to fire, my ER fire. Like, I think if I had my ET off, I could have maybe killed him if he didn't like realize there was. I'll see in the Tacview later.
Welcome back, Ruby. You can find us and park next to us wherever we are.
I'm being spiked. Oh god.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, you do have knackered gear. Not sure what to suggest about that. Just don't crash the bloody aeroplane. Sync rate. Nice. Now just don't skid it, let it brake when it wants to brake. Ooh, look at, I didn't realise we had a parachute. Nice.
Yep.
Right, just waiting for you, Skate.
Copy. Scoop. Final 3 greens, 1-3 Kutaisi.
Welcome back, Mr. 5. Run along down to the end and meet us.
What the? That wasn't me.
Don't crash.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. So phase 1 didn't really go to plan. We tried an attack on them, but they had already gone by the time we got there, which is a bit annoying. Never mind, where they go. And then we used our second lives to move to the new airbase. So as soon as Skays turn around, we'll do red for Sillies because hashtag Red Lives Matter, and we'll get it done.
Am I supposed to go behind? There's this Jeep here.
Just don't hit the Jeeps, game. I have absolute faith you're not going to hit the Jeep. Canopy up. Go, guys. Full power and eject on 3, 2. 1.5. 1 3/4. 1.25.
Yeah, let's go.
1, go. Oh, look at those babies go. Burn, baby! Oh, look at that formation! Thanks, Ruby. Actually, no, I think I survived. Jesus, look at that.
You survived.
I survived Super Cup to space! Flanker, want to live. What happened to Sky? No, I'm leveling out. I'm going to go and fight the bloody Germans again.
Gravity, you win again.
Not with this. Not with me. Look at Supercat. Supercat knows how to trim the shit out of me.
The choppers are...
Should we like line our pilots up?
Cap will actually shoot down the F-14s now.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool?
I killed those guys trying to sneak up on Batumi.
That was very annoying. That could have been beautiful.
Yeah, but I thwarted your pathetic plan.
We're just a little bit too late.
You did get some bombs on the runway. We had to be a bit more careful landing there, that's for sure.
Honestly, you guys surprised the shit out of me. I like just took off. I was slow as fuck when you got there. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that bombs just missed me.
Oh,
in onslaught.
You guys taking off are so lucky. We just weren't quite ready for you to be taking off, and so we panicked and just spraying everywhere around the guys taking
right
off.
underneath. I was like, holy shit.
we're getting strafed right now, guys. I like did a Yui immediately.
Panicked and I was like, oh, pull your gear up. Then I looked and shit, and right in front of me, 2 flankers.
Good, because you went exactly where I thought you'd go.
Yeah, right.
Oh shit, how do I get the air? I'm fumbling.
SA-15's going up. And go on, Redfall. Boom! And another. And another. And another. Oh, one of the 88s got through. Fair play.
Oh, you're killing the missiles.
And boom! Get some. They won't be flying formation when they got grumbles coming towards their face, I can tell you that.
Is it the 88E cap?
The what? 88G question mark?
E? AGM? 88?
Yeah, it's the 88.
E?
Line of sight loss on the first guy.
Okay, they low.
Well, if they're using normal Mark 82s, it might not hit.
I bet they won't hit. Mirage is terrible.
Deborah's back.
Oh, they're definitely low enough, boys.
Now they gotta get the target.
No. More grumbles out. Actually, it might be 4 onslaught. Okay, they're just about to hit target 1. Guess I better record this, stand by.
2 times no drops.
Did they drop bombs? Books are out! Oh, boys! Oh, boys! Oh, no! They're out! Oh, you lucky bastards! You lucky bastards!
Another one's up at him.
Jammy, son of a... Yes! Mirage! Oh, you jammy son of a bitch. If I ever tried to do that, I would just die immediately, I guarantee it. Die, Blue 4, die! You jammy sods! Yes, one's down! Oh, that's such a shame that you just ran straight over that book site. And that guy just got friggin' luckied. Oh, that's beautiful. He's going down. How's that attrition rate, boys? Boom!
Well,
Mirage down.
it was good.
Going for the target.
Someone's getting shot down! Baby bear's getting shot. Oh, it's beautiful, boys.
Since the cap logged out, how many planes have we lost?
Noob cast pilots, noob strike pilots.
Like five planes. Four
Right,
jumpers.
the Mirage is in, the Mirage is in.
Onslaught's in hot.
Stand by. Here he comes. Come on, Onslaught. Whatever happens, don't get hit by a grumble.
Onslaught's got it. I got faith in Onslaught. He's a good pilot. You got it, buddy.
He's got no coordinates though, so he's got to find those by eye.
He's got him.
I would have just tossed a couple of J-dams on it. I don't know what the problem was.
Nice.
Because we didn't have enough Hornets. I'm right there, Onslaught.
There he goes.
They couldn't get the J-dams to armor.
Oh, it's taking hits, boys. It's taking hits. It's taking more hits. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. Oh,
yeah, he did.
Whatever happens, don't crash, Onslaught.
Did he get hit?
He's been hit, but he's not
Tail's
down.
gone.
Tail's gone.
He lost a bit of plane, yeah, but it's a bit of a tank, that thing. You need to drop that munition and just run.
Yeah, get those rockets on those.
Just go home, abort mission, save the plane.
That is a hurty vehicle. I'm gonna shoot that goddamn AGM-88. Oh, we're gonna lose some radars. That is an SA-6 radar just taken up. That's a little bit frustrating, unless it misses. And
nope, it hit it.
Wait, has it blown up, boys? Has it blown up? That tiny poxy little warhead. It has not blown up. Super Cap Red 4.
Yeah, but how damaged is it?
Yeah,
it might not be on fire, but it might be in several pieces.
I'm going to tell
exactly.
you. I can tell you in a second.
It was avoided though. We fixed it. It was fine.
Onslaught's going in as
asshole.
Oh, that runway is really damaged to Batumi, guys.
Jester is kind of a
yeah.
Is he not choosing an enemy, not a friendly? And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and he should be saying. He should be IFFing.
Which isn't that bad. It's all feet wet into the side of the right.
Yeah, I agree. It's not enough to take the runway out.
Yeah, beneath that dogfoot.
Oh, did you see how close
I just missed it.
You bastard. We're going to shoot our own guy here. No, tall.
Oh, that's a miss.
Come on, stay alive. That looks good to me, boys.
It's alive, yeah, it's missed.
Come on, Kingston, fuck this up. All that pressure on you. Kingston. Oop, don't hit that wall, don't hit the wall. Power on, pull up.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Right roll. Syncrate, retard. He's landed it. He's only gone and landed it, boys.
Thank God.
There you go. Good shoot.
Anyone? Hit the fence.
The gear gets ripped off.
She just told me to fly in behind him and fuck 3 in one final.
Do it. Cap will be happy. One more.
Got ripcords in the pattern.
One more airframe taken down is what we need. Oh, he's made it down, would you believe it? If Cap was on that side, he would have fucking just crashed into a tree or something.
Into you.
Yeah.
You would have been going, God, give me strength.
Right?
Give me strength, Lord.
God, I had to John look at oh my goodness.
Left engine was hit.
And you were missing a big part of your tail pin as well.
Yeah.
Onslaught, have you got the original copy mission with the other phase in it? Because I need that for Monday. Just realised.
Negative.
One of us
have
has.
to ask.
No, one of us has got it.
I think Sly has it.
Right, last man. Come on, engine failure.
Bird strike.
Bird strike.
Sink rate.
Bird strike.
But whenever I'm trying to make I'm on blue side, I'm trying to make a nice movie. Everyone just comes and lands like retards.
Yeah,
it'd be hard. One good landing in 10, and as soon as I want them to crash, they're all perfect textbook landings. That is annoying.
Yeah.
Cap, if it wasn't for bad luck, no luck at all.
Here you go.
All right, guys,
Cap,
exit and stand by for debrief.
It's called reverse psychology.
Okay, everyone, welcome back. Good job. I have no idea really what happened, but we will find out in a second. Mitchell, we're recording. Yes, we are. First things first. Can we get rid of that? Save it as that. Pew. And we need the sheet back up, which we've got here, onto intelligence. Okay, Hammer, who was that?
That was a flyover.
That was us 14s.
Right.
That's Whistler. Whistler was flight lead. Off you go, buddy.
Was I?
No, it was. It was Kingston.
Kingston.
You might as well have been in. I had some SRS issues. Put my teeth in. I had some SRS issues to start with, which means I could hear everybody but couldn't say anything. Whistler unfortunately had to spawn really far down south, so it's basically as soon as he was in the air, he was in combat. And then eventually it all started to play out with us going in, feet wet, coming in, feet dry, and basically fending it all off. It went alright. I think Whistler got a kill. Shifty, did you get one as well?
Nah. Yes, buddy, I got one.
Yeah,
nah,
so
I didn't get one. I got 2 foxes out. Chester was being crap with TWS. I had STT everything, and the locks broke like 5 seconds each time after launch.
Yeah, he was being a bit shit today. I nearly killed Signore thanks to Jester, so cheers, Jester.
All right.
Member of the team.
Suppressed enemy to some extent, so at least I did something.
Yeah, we suppressed the enemy quite well, I think, as Tomcats. Other than that, that was an eventful flight.
Good job.
Yeah, all four returned to base. I'd just like to say massive thanks to Auburn. Flew really well. Nice one, buddy. First.
Lovely comms, too.
No job.
Yeah,
All right. Boys. And no losses, no?
None.
Damn you. Right, Buick, same question. Send.
Me and Shadow went after the AWACS, which was unfortunately egressing to Tbilisi, so we didn't get it. And what we ended up doing when Skay tried to take us, well, he turned up on our 3 o'clock. Me and Shadow turned into him, launched our Fox 3s, and we managed to drive him back where Shifty ended up taking him out. So that was one SE-27 down. And Signore took down 2 or 3 guys down at Batumi.
Yeah, something like that. 2 or 3 guys. They were coming in almost immediately after the beginning. I think they saw our guys taking off and kicked into action pretty quickly. And we were already scrambled but not prepared, and they were strafing the runway. And as they were, we stopped them. I don't know how much damage they cost. I think a little bit of superficial damage on the runway, but after that, it was pretty quiet down there in the south.
No losses.
Minus.
No, zero cap losses for the entire blue side. So it was a good day.
Saber, send.
Yep. So it was just us 2 Mirages. We headed down towards the fuel sites, but neither of us really knew how to work the coordinates, so we did a little bit of wild weaseling down there. And then we landed at Batumi for a little refueling and rearming. We headed back out after we got the coordinates to work. We spotted the fuel tanks, but then, the mission pretty much ended. So we came back, and Baby Bear landed, and I got shot down.
Roger, good. Finally, we've got a kill, guys. Cap's going to claim that kill. I think that was my personal kill. Intelligence, that is 1 Mirage down to 18. Well done, Cap. Thank you, Cap. So, next, Dagger, send.
Atomic, you lead this time.
Okay, I was seconded into giving the helicopters some CAS to help clear that village of troops. I had to take off from Gaddafi or Sukumi, I can't remember, Sukumi, and I got jumped by an SU-27 on the coast, which I managed to evade, and I think Whistler fired an AIM-54 his way to turn him cold, so I dodged that. Then I landed at Batumi and ripped my gear off in the holes that had been nicely done.
Well done, boys!
So then I had to repair that.
Oh, wow.
Chucked 1 GBU at some soldiers and was dodging grumbles at the same time. chucked the second one in, got a hit, and then got hit by another SA-10 that I was attempting to dodge, but I'd left it a bit too late.
Roger. Decipher, did you go down as well?
Yeah, no, I took off to me. Basically, first flight out, I took care of all the local red anti-air ops, so there's 2 Strellas and 2 ZD-23s.
Oh, yeah.
Landed, got out a bit again, went up to assist on the helicopter support. Didn't actually do any strikes on their targets there, but I got 2 sidearms off one, which did a Tunguska over, and the second one took out an SA-11 launcher. So
Roger,
an RTP'd in one piece.
So that is, what was that, an AV-8 B. Right. Okay. So how many have we shot there? 32. That's so terrible. Okay, guys, well done. Hornets, send.
Okay, so we started off down at Batumi. We had a feeling that your red plan would be to come over there and harass us on the runway. So we scrambled. We armed up with JSOs and scrambled out of there. Headed first, just got behind the cruiser, then headed out to the oil rig, climbed to altitude, circled there, and set up our JSO coordinates, and then headed in. Released 28. I think we had an issue with one of the airframes where it reset the timer, so we had to not release those. So we released 28 JSOs, of which I think at least 6 got through and hit the runway. Nice spread along the runway. Then we RTB to Sukumi, rearmed with harms, and then went out again and did a general seed mission over the Kutaisi area. Got all the harms away, unknown results. Returned to Sukumi, no losses.
Well done. Oh, the Hornets are getting really good now. They're getting frustratingly efficient. Got to find a way of giving them a hard time soon. Okay, well done. So you killed the runway and you finished for phase 1, which is good, and you probably killed loads of SAMs as well, I'll see in the Tacview, so well done. Wildcat, send.
Okay, we took off from Batumi, unfortunately, because we took off after the Hornets, so by the time we actually took off, we got jumped by the
Supercat.
by you guys. Yeah. Hello managed to shoot you down, Cap?
Really? In an SU-25? Really?
Yes.
Brilliant.
How
embarrassing.
Yeah, I basically just made a beeline for the cruiser. Unfortunately, Elo, I think he got shot down by someone else.
Shame, man.
Cap's wingman, whoever that was.
Yeah. So left me. I went up together with the Hornets. I targeted the SA-11 sites. I think I took out like three SA-11 launches or something.
Nice.
One Tunguska. Then
Got a radar.
Oh, okay, I got the radar. Nice. Then I RTB, loaded up some ground attack order, headed out and tried to find the tankers. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to find it, but by the time I actually saw it, it was actually right under me, and I got hit by AAA fire. Got damaged and made an emergency landing at Kobuleti.
Roger. A good job. I always said, guys, Elo's the best dogfighter in GR, so that's fine. Don't worry about it, boys. Don't worry about it. Zulu, send.
We just cover both the helo fights together since we previously. Okay, so we started up Kobuleti. We decided to take off relatively quickly and to just land in the town north of Kobuleti in case we got snuck on by the Reds, so we could hide there. But we figured we'd take it slow from there on because we'd let the airspace clear a bit. Once it had cleared, then the Gazelles took off. They swept the area ahead of the Hueys and proceeded to an observation point that overlooked the landing zone. The Hueys then land a couple of kilometers away in a valley, so they were hidden from any potential enemy air threats. We had a pair of Gazelles were overlooking the landing zone. One was looking through the camera, the other was looking visually to spot any potential missile launches. We identified a large group of infantry. We then called in Atomic to deliver a GBU onto one of the large groups of infantry, which was successful. Once that happened, we ordered the Hueys to take off, to proceed to the landing zone and do orbits around it in order to identify any remaining infantry and take them out with their miniguns, which they did so successfully. They then landed. Meanwhile, the Gazelles were still providing overwatch for any potential missile launches. They picked the people up, and we all went home. Unfortunately, though, I think we lost one Huey. They crashed into a tree or something.
No, silly.
We got 2 Hueys out.
They
crashed prior to picking infantry up, so there were no...
I'll have you know, I made it there and back in mostly one piece.
What was that flaming wreck in the forest for, then? There was definitely a smoke plume in the forest.
Harrison, you're lying.
So, unless it's Mahuja, I think, was the culprit.
I was hovering there, and then I was trying to figure out if it had desynced again, and it had. So, right afterwards, when I viewed the spectator, I saw 2 helicopters hanging at 45-degree bank angle, and lots of planes and such not moving. So, which had already happened, such that I had to reconnect previously, and I could not arm with weapons. So. I've had some technical issues today.
Well done. Anything else? Helicopters?
Nope.
There was just lost one a little bit to add to the helicopters, if possible.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Just the coordinates we were supplied for the fuel tanks were lacking any elevation detail. And on the Hornet's second mission, we were going to JDAM those tanks, and we got the Gazelles to provide us with elevation detail, which they did. So that was a really great reconnaissance aspect to them, so it's great. But unfortunately,
to be fair, that was me getting the height prior to the mission for a potential Figgin strike. But
don't ruin the details.
Ruining the details. But
at the end of the day, we couldn't get the coordinates to take it to the JDAMs. They wouldn't take the coordinates for some reason, so that's why we scratched it and did harm strikes instead.
Okay, well, as a role play, that's great, because you didn't take out the fuel depot. That means that the 2 armoured columns can now retreat into phase 2, so I'm glad you fucked that up. Well done for saving TFA.
I can get in a Figgin and take them out now if you want.
Done, blood, just done. Well done for saving TFA, because otherwise you'd have Wolfhound to answer to. So that's very good. So that's all good job. Red 4.
And me.
Oh, hang on. Didn't an F5 die on takeoff or something? Someone kept saying.
Yes, it did, but he doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah, he did, but I can't think who it was, but he asked if he could respawn, and I said he needed to speak.
No, that wasn't an F5. That was Leighton in a F15. He's got UCAP. You can see on the...
Oh, I thought you understood that.
You can see in the Tacview what happened was that he just rolled off to the right.
Yeah, we were panicking. We were like, we did not just lose an F15 that way, did we?
So
it was pretty hilarious.
So what actually happened?
Did it blow up?
He said
he
blew up.
He was clicked into the SRS overlay.
Yeah,
so he couldn't, so his controls froze up or whatever, when you're clicked into it.
Roger. We'll let him off with that one then, boys. So, annoyingly, only 3 losses plus a helicopter, and we got 5 losses, which is very annoying, but that's the way it goes. Red 4, do we have a leader? Is it me? I guess it's me, isn't it? Right. Okay, well, we obviously knew we were going to lose. There's just no way of stopping the onslaught that is the organisation of Blue 4 with those Hornets now. It's just, you can't get near them. So we accepted we were going to lose the runway. We thought we'd go out with a bang, and we thought if we could catch, the only way we could do this is catch those Hornets at Batumi. So we sacrificed 3 of our men just to suicide in there, and we got there, a minute too late? Something, and we only caught LO or whoever it was. Did we actually kill anyone on the runway?
On the runway, no.
Fuck's sake.
Rockets missed.
Killed me in there.
There was nobody repaired. There was nobody on the runway by the time you guys reached. We were
just taking off.
Yeah.
We were just taking off, and I was like, "Is that rain?" Or the bullets started raining down.
Okay, I don't know. Oh god, I'm never gonna.
Then they overshoot, and 2 flankers just popped out, and I was like, "Look at the silhouettes of these bastards."
If that was Shifty doing that instead of me doing exactly what he'd done, he would have wiped those 2 Su-25s out and then gone and nailed a couple of Eagles. So it's so annoying. It wasn't the other way around.
Yeah, right.
It was lucky Signore and Whistler was despawned at the Batumi to provide immediate cap in the area.
Yeah, we weren't gonna let anything happen to them.
Right. So the bad thing.
I have to give it to Obi for having us take off, because you would have lost 4 Hornets.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
that was our plan. Yeah.
Yeah. I just had a feeling when we were sat there. I knew let's just go and get out onto sea and work.
Yeah, it didn't felt right to stay in Batumi because I was also having that feeling that something is gonna happen and we had to like fucking get out of here as fast as possible.
We had decoys up, we had all sorts going on to try and distract you from it. So, anything else from the boys on the red? Oh, and sorry, I should say after that we realised obviously this pointless trying to fight you, so we just all RTB to Tbilisi to pack into phase 2, save the airframes. Anything else from red? Okay. Now the only thing is we lost a deficit. The problem we got on the red side now is the deficit is now up to -6 airframes. So reds have six less effective airframes than blue. So we've got to start turning that around in the second phase. However we do that, we need to get some proper skilled pilots on red, I think, to start turning that around a bit. But otherwise, look forward to phase 2, guys. It will be different. It will involve helicopters against helicopters. It will be very exciting. Any final thoughts on today before we sign off?
I say give them some J11s. They won't cry.
Yeah, they'll have some J11s, but how much difference that will make, I don't know. A little bit maybe.
Yeah. Chinese though. The Chinese.
Give them Spitfires.
Final
phase 2 next week.
Well, they're not Russians. I don't know why people think they're Russian. They're just Redfall. That's Coffee's campaign. He didn't make them Russian, did he?
I just think
it was sort of a west versus east in terms of tech, because that's what we all.
Well, saying that, you look at the red units, and there's a bunch of American red ground units in there. I don't know who put them on there. Someone did. Anyway, guys, that's Send.
Yeah.
This is Fly Auburn. If you give me a J11 with a data link next time, I'll go red.
Yeah, there you go. Because we need some damage to be done on the red side.
I'd just like to say as well, the blue cap again tonight was spot on.
Yeah, it's
the hole was in the right place.
Very hard to find openings in that cap now.
You should have seen my data link. Like the whole time, there was just like at least 6 things pointing at me.
That was annoying. All right, boys. Well
we
done.
had a lot of cap too, so that was good.
I'm gonna go and get on with it. I'll see you guys back on Monday.
See you at Thetford.
Oh God. Roger.
do that.
See you guys in a few days. Okay, welcome back. So we best go through the Tacview now and see what actually happened. My apologies that the actual video wasn't particularly detailed. It's just becoming more and more difficult to get time to do all this at the moment. But let's see what happened. So Reds here have already scrambled up, and we're on our way to jump Batumi. Annoyingly, the Blues had detected our plan, so they got ready early. They decided to input their coordinates in the air instead, so we didn't catch them. We were a good 40 miles away, you see, before we even before they'd already taken off, which is a little bit frustrating, but that's the way it goes. Hornet team led by Obi, very organised, very disciplined at the moment, very difficult to beat. Cypher's up in the Harrier. He was charged with taking out the local Strellas around here. Whistler, Tomcat up, Signore, F-15 up. So by the time we got here, the cap was already up and prepared. So we're in the mountains now. We did succeed in surprising them at least, which is good. These guys over here haven't even taken off yet, wherever they are. I think we had 30 guys in today, so it was a big old match. Cypher takes out that SA-13 there. Pyong. No, Ruby got a bit lost by the looks of things, or I'm not sure what he was up to. I'm not sure who we saw on data link. Must have been Whistler or that missile, I'm not sure. Must have been Whistler maybe. In we go. Oh, what was happening there? Where was the missile from? Oh Jesus, so we already had RIM 66s coming out at us. And just as look, just as these boys were taking off, the problem is I couldn't get a lock on these guys on the ground. All I could get a lock on was Indigo, so I didn't know what to do except to just dumbfire my gun, and pretty much no effect, which is frustrating. Rockets missed. Oh God, what a useless attack that was. Unbelievable. At this point, we didn't really know what to do. At this point, should have been smart. Realised the cap was up. The 66s were coming out. We should have just not RDB, but got back into our cap zone. But that would require sensible thought, which we didn't really have. Signori firing at something, so a big panic amongst the blues now. Typical excellent play by Elo, just natural born killer, already chasing us in his heavily loaded SU-25. Now Whistler shooting us something, I don't know what, not us. We split, turning to go to a dogfight, which again is completely pointless. Having a dogfight over SAM coverage is just a really stupid way of dying. Cap shot down by Elo. Oh, so frustrating. Excellent work from Elo. Indigo, no, whatever he's doing, I don't know, he's going to die. I think he's shooting on onslaught there. Excellent situational awareness from Signori. Oh look, Elo just got shot by the SA-13. Oh, he's died. Right, how about that? I didn't realise that was a thing. Onslaught just escapes. Excellent evasion there. And then look at that for situational awareness from the Signore yet again. High Yo-Yo somehow realises that the guy is down here. Not quite sure how he managed that. Aim 9 out. Pion pion. It's a dead flanker. So that's that. It's all a bit stupid really. What we should have done is just laid our wares down on the runway and just run away. And then we would have had a proper fight. But we are stupid. So that is 3 expensive flankers down for 1 cheap SU-25. Oopsie. At least we gave them a shock. Okay. Got an AIM-54 out. I don't think it's going to do much use. Atomic's up. Shadow's up. Someone else is there in formation. I can't see who that is. Rage, I think. Shifty's up. Let's try and get a view of what's going on. Okay, these guys are getting themselves back together. So the only guys we've got left is... Ah, that's weird. We've lost another flanker, look. Where did we lose that other guy? See, oh, tell me he didn't just run over those SAMs again after the briefing. Oh, Jesus, he just evaded Copiletti. No, he got killed at Copiletti again. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh, so, that's 4 flankers down. We haven't really achieved anything yet. Oh dear. We're not very good red 4, are we? Okay. Skye has a pop at Atomic. Nice evasion by Atomic. 9 miles. The Shadow and Rage are going for the AWACS. A bit of a fool's errand really. Can't really get to that AWACS. So well protected. Whistler, excellent support of Atomic, sending AIM-54 out there. Just going to get rid of Skye. Let's chase him off, that's nice. The rest of the boys are getting up now. Whistler's chasing in, he has to be careful of SA-10s. And probably SA-10s are up there, so he's turned away. Shifty's in, Auburn's in. Oh, look at these boys. Shadow and Rage on their secret trip of just running to Skye. Oh, the rest of us have packed up. We're on our way, obviously. We don't want any more of this nonsense. Skye's exchanging missiles. See if we can go and have a closer look. Cypher's taking out the rest of the SAMs there. Must be a dead ER. It's no longer got guidance. Good evasion. Oh god, look at that. Is Shifty's also had a pop at Skye. So he's got missiles coming in from all angles. And it's going to take him down. No, it missed. Oh, he's got him. That AIM-54 took him down. That's Skye out of the game. Right, that's 5 flankers down for 1 hostile killed. Not so good. Not so good. And that's that. Right. So that's all the air fighting. We've just got ground fighting. So all we've got left there is 2 ZU-23s. Atomic's landing. Belly boppers are off. Ooh! It's Kingston and his lovely ability to friendly fire in the F-14 is launched at, I think, Signore. I'm not quite sure I managed that. Signore dodging. Good evasion. Oh, that could have been bad. That could have been a... Look at that. So close. That could have gone very differently, couldn't it? Otherwise, good work from the Cap so far. No problems. Rage and Shadow are in for the AWACS. But what they don't realise is that we've moved the AWACS. We've taken it here. We've taken it with us on our expedition back to Phase 2 of Coffee. I wasn't going to leave that for easy pickings. So all they've got to do is just fight against a invincible SA-10 now. So good luck with that, boys. Sort of formation of these boys here. Baby Bear, the Mirages are out. Baby Bear and Snack Bar doing whatever they were going to do. Not sure what these two are trying to achieve now. They're trying to fight against an SA-10 or something. Right, we've got choppers. We've got Bloodknock, T-Bro, Harrison and Kamara. Their target is there. Skade, desperate to get into the action, but I keep making him turn around and head cold. SA-10s out for someone. F-14s. Oh, I've got those SA-10s taking Rage on. Oh, we got... oh, yeah, we've got the... this was 8 times... 3 of them fired, I think. This is 24 J-Sals. Beautiful organisation. And 2 50 KH-58s. Oh, what happened there? Okay, the Mirages are getting too close to this SA-11 suite. So these boys evade the SA-10 nicely. Nice flying by the Mirages. Cypher's basically wiped out everything here. I'll probably just delete that 23. It's a bit pointless just leaving it there on its own now. I'll pull it back. These guys notch the SA-11. These two here, these 2 Gazelles are scoping this out for these guys, I believe. And they've all landed. Note, that is to evade any flankers. But obviously they didn't realise that the flankers had gone. Flown away, pretty much already landed. 150 miles over here. In fact, we are pretty much landing already. Alright, we've had a check for BDA. What actually? Oh, that's interesting. No, they're shooting at the mothership. So we're going to have a Pion no kill and Pion kill. Let's just see what that was. That is... The annoying thing is it doesn't tell us what it is. So... if we just take a little note in our BDA of what we can say is it is SA-11. It is southernmost antenna, whatever it is. I'll have to find that out later on. Okay, let's carry on. SA-11's going out for Onslaught. He's not going to fall into that trap. Excellent driving. I have to say the Blue 4 are getting really good at this. I mean, it wasn't that many weeks ago that we would be just, you know, getting shot down by SAMs and stuff like that. I mean, the chance of a Blue 4 guy getting shot down by a SAM now is pretty much zero, but the organisation is so tight for everyone. It just shows how limited airframes has really made everyone an excellent pilot. At least on blue side. Right, we've got a rain of death coming in now. KH-25's coming in. From Onslaught. JSA's doing their ting. Right, but check for BDA. So that is going to be a SA-19 south of SA-11, I think that is. Yep, it's down. It's taken 2 hits. Let's see what else we've got. 1 dies. What was 2 westmost Western SA-11 launcher times 2 are down. Better also make a note that the Batumi Sam's down. Mirages are back in. It's all down. Excuse me. Oh dear. Mirages. I'm just going to quickly zoom it forward so these mirages hit anything. They did not. This guy's catching up and they're going to do their assault. Right. Look at that AIM-54. Where did that come from? What a beast of an AIM-54 from someone. Gotta see that. Gotta see that. It's from Kingston. Right. The good thing is he's firing at a bad guy. What a shot. Belter. 65 on a cold hostile. What a radar that is. To be able to track a cold hostile at 65 miles. And it is Mach 60, I'm guessing. No, it's not. It's a Charlie model. What a terrible missile that is. Not the shot, but the actual missile itself. And it would just die. Yeah, Charlie just doesn't have the legs for that shit. Even if it could track, which you wouldn't be able to track because this guy would just evade. Anyway, and we've got the crazy... look at this. Absolute mayhem as these guys come in now. 24 missiles coming in and pew. Look at all the defense I've put here. I couldn't get a more heavily defended airbase. Pew, 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 pew. That's so cool. That's so cool. And this is why they have to be organised and fire at the same time. If they just dribble through one flight at a time, then this wouldn't be possible. So it's similar to the kind of GR Iron Hand, and because of them, packing all together, look, they will, by attrition, just make it through at the end. So it literally becomes impossible to defend against if they are as organised as OB's Hornet are. So well done, boys. Great work. And that has finished off phase 1 of Coffee Campaign, because these 2 runways have both been bombed. So Reds have now pushed back to that. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pull all of these units here back, because we've still got our fuel station, to the new front line, Coffee front line, which is phase 2 front line. It'll be along here, make it nice and challenging. We'll push these 2 blue companies up against them probably. Reds have now got this base here, 150 miles away. Blues will now take over Sanaki and Kutaisi, and we've got a completely new campaign now where we've got 150 miles of dead man's land in between, full of red SAMs. So that should be very interesting. We'll have a quick look. I don't think anything else particularly exciting happens. We've got the Mirages. I think they bombed something, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was the target. Question mark? No, they're just very, very hard. I'm not sure why they put Mirages in. This is not a easy visual target to kill. This is all about GBUs and whatnot. That's why I gave them the coords, but their choice. Helicopters still doing whatever helicopters are doing. Mirage is getting harassed. Look, SA-11's coming out of them. God, just. Atomic gets shot out by an SA-10. Atomic T-Tar for him. SA-10's pummeling in. Atomic's in. GBU takes out some baddies at TFA's place, which is cool. Cypher's struggling. Choppers move in after the GBU. Guns, guns, guns. Oops. Ticka, 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 ticka. Cameron and Harrison just nailing those that... Oh, Maharaja just had a bit of a moment. Let's say at VRS. Oopsie, silly boy. And the boys finish off the company. Land. Atomic's back in for another GBU. Good hit on the GBU. Guessing these two were calling in the GBUs from Atomic, but inevitably taken out by an SA-10. The choppers back, do their thing. Collect TFA. Excellent work by the choppers there. Onslaught up again. More damage for the BDA, I guess. Oh, got AGM. Right, okay, so we've got a new attack going on here, so let's just see. So the Hornets are up for their second run, and they've got a free hand to go in. So, oh look, something happened there. Shouldn't work out what that is. This SA-11 has been mullered. Look, there's hardly anything left of the SA-11. So what we can say is that is the northern SA-11 antenna. So plus northern, when we come to BDA, that is the northern antenna down. Whatever it is, I don't know. And in we go with AGM-88. Does anything make it through? No. Anything else, anyone? Anything else? Poor old Mirage is trying to find their targets. One gets shot down by... It's the SA-11 still active, look. That's the thing about this SA-11. You can kill its antennas and it will still fire. They can fire electro-optical backup, sack loss. Very dangerous suite. Mirage is just not suited to that kind of target, really. Right, the SA-10s are probably nearly run out of ammo now. So I think these AGM-88s are just going to start getting through. One miss or something. Look at that one. That one turned and it got a new target halfway through. Never seen that before. Right. We've got a SA OSA there. We had something happen there. And that one got shot down, look. These ones are getting shot down. That is an SA-8. How do I identify that? SA-8 wasn't killed. Don't think any of these lot are going to get through. Oh, unless that could kill that. Is that going to kill that SA-6? And... negative. This is the way we do it. They have to kill it on Tacview for it to actually count. Wow, look at that. Oh, it's going for the SA-10. Cheeky bastard. Cheeky monkey. Might take an antenna down. No. What's this? A second. Could they take a SA-10 antenna down? That would be interesting. No. Oh, lucky SA-10. That was a close escape. More coming in. Looks like the SA-15 is running out of ammo. Or maybe not. Oh, SA-15, no damage or no kill. And it's going to be an SA-15. No kill. Warheads just aren't big enough on those 88s. Right. That is the end of the mission. Really well flown by Blue. Reds have been squarely defeated. We're pulling back to consolidate. Phase 2. Let me know if you have any ideas for Phase 2 that you want to see implemented. I'm all ears to start giving some pushback for the Reds. Really good Phase 1. Excellent teamwork, excellent flying by Blues. Really got their shit together now. Very hard to beat. I hope you enjoyed that Phase 1, and we'll see you next week for the beginning of Phase 2.